What do you think was going to happen with that? I've done 30 years in a shoebox, hey!
Somebody had my hand up my ass. Oh.
And then finally, Sal decides that he's got a joke. He doesn't even need Grillo to introduce him or try to push it to him.
Yeah.
He interrupts everybody. There's a bunch of mirrors in the bathroom of this restaurant for some reason. And Sal's just like, oh, I got this one.
Russ, hold on.
I can't imagine.
It's a circus.
Hold on.
I can't imagine wanting, having all those mirrors and then wanting to watch oneself go to the bathroom. I mean, I get that everyone's into a lot of crazy shit these days, but why would you want to just watch? Who needs that many mirrors when you're making?
Guys, who needs that many mirrors when you're making?
Yeah.
It's a good joke.
They actually do a lot of reminiscing about the workplace bathroom, which I know is a topic near and dear to your heart, Carl.
I don't know if you heard the crowbar of clown car that was put in there. So number 8 and then number 9 are how many times they mention clown car in a 30-second period.
And the joke is it's a very small bathroom. We're talking about a restaurant in Manhattan. If anyone's ever been, things tend to be a little tight.
Well, the bathroom was like the clown car.
Okay.
Well,
You open up the door, they come out of that bathroom like a clown car.
Yeah.
You see people be piling out of the toilet.
Right. Russ, hold on.
I
Like
can't
a clown
imagine.
car. It's a circus.
Yeah, Russ has to throw a clown car 5 times after it was already said.
Yeah.
He has to qualify it at the end. And a clown car, like at the circus,
Like the circus!
Well, there's a point in the phone call where he puts the microphone directly up his left nostril. My number 25 is when they're talking about this Gigi character.
Every celebrity goes there, and Gigi was a regular there as much as Debbie was, and Debbie was related to the guy Frankie Pellegrino. Anybody knows him from Goodfellas? He was on The Sopranos. So,
Drop! Oh, God.
Yeah, I had that
Every
clip too.
Italian. No. I gotta pick up the fucking gabagool here. I set it for...
Do you think this guy maybe sleeps with a CPAP machine? Is that possible? Holy shit.
CPAP machine. My CPAP machine smells like ham.
Kevin just started talking about himself for a second there.
Oh, yeah. You got a cold cut tray instead of fridge. You silly freak.
There were so many parts of this show when it's just Russ breathing heavily on the phone that I could have clipped.
Yeah.
I could have made a supercut of that.
Oh my God.
But it's so obnoxious.
And no one says to the guy, hey, the mic's a little up close to you.
No one says that, or because he talks about what a great studio they're in, nonstop, they don't maybe pan it down a little bit in post or something. Change the mix up a little bit so I'm not hearing this guy fucking breathing into his smartphone.
You're hearing the inside of his sinuses. Right. I mean, that's some shit.
That guy hasn't breathed through his sinuses in 20 years. A fucking mouth breather.
He got me on that one. They do give some good advice for all you restaurant workers out there. Number 15 is how to get it done.
So if you have people say that are in dark suits and they're Italian and they're not exactly legitimate businessmen and they won't leave or pay a tab, how do you get them to leave the restaurant? Well, you bring in a bunch of trannies. What the fuck happened to Brunelli's over here? The girl's sitting on my lap. She got a dick. She don't got a dick. What the fuck am I doing here?
Grillo really working the room there.
Yeah. I don't even know what to make of that clip. I just felt like I had to play it.
All right, well, since you played that and Grillo's starting to do impressions, I want to play a clip where they're talking about this waiter, Gus. And Grillo tried to get Gus on the show because we needed a 7th fucking person.
Of course, yeah.
And Gus wasn't able to come on. So now they're telling stories about this other guy that no one's ever heard of. And Grillo does an impression of him.
Gus, why didn't you start with a pinky? Grillo, you're right. I should start with pinky. Oh my God.
So good. You're doing so good.
Yeah. So Gus.
So Grillo does the impression the way they've been doing the impression of everyone. Hey, what the fuck? Like the cheesiest thing. And Debbie goes, oh my God, you do him so good. That's a spot on Gus. This fucking guy with his Gus gets me every time. It's so ridiculous. This is them Oh, this is him talking about how the show's running long, but it doesn't matter because these stories are so great.
So, okay, everybody, if anybody's got something to plug, we've got to wrap it out. We're a little long, but I don't mind because the stories are great. No one's going to tune out. We don't have any restrictions here.
All right, Kevin, you can't see this, but Carlos, I'm going to draw a line graph on what I think the retention rate was for the average listener to this show, okay? So you have here, this is 100% right here?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So everyone who's listening is listening, and this is about the 1 minute mark down here. Mm-hmm. All right, so this is going to go like this.
Yeah.
Okay? And then this is an asymptote. It just goes on forever in that direction. There's no way people are listening to the show. We're the only ones who got to the end of the show, and I bet Kevin didn't even get to the end.
No, I'm glad you worked in visual aids because that's really going to help people out. But yeah, I can't even imagine who would listen to the show or why. I just don't.
Well, the stories are so great that everybody's listening to it. I also wanted to talk about the big story that they tell. The biggest story is they have this thing with John Edwards. Right? Is that the guy's name?
Oh yeah, that was fucking awful.
Yeah, not the John Edwards who cheated on his wife while she was dying of cancer. Not that one.
Well, this guy could have too, but
it's true. We don't know. Yeah. But there's another John Edwards who was a psychic medium in New York City, and all of these guys love John Edwards, and a bunch of them were on the show. And it was very meaningful to them, and they tell this story. And then after they tell this story, and there was like crying involved, and he told me this thing about my mom, and my mom had just passed away, and he knew my dad, and and they're like really heartfelt, like this. And Kevin, you know this, that fucking really heartfelt Italian family moment thing that goes on. The fucking puppet decides this is a good time to shit all over mediums and say that it's all horse shit.
All right, I'll start off by saying Kyle and I are not big believers in the supernatural. It's just something, it was. I don't know, I believe in science and logic and reason and evidence. And so, a lot of what you were saying, it seemed like John Edwards was being very general, and then you just filled in the blanks.
Okay.
For instance,
no.
obviously I don't want to, take away anything. I know that, he has helped give it, and other psychics have given people a lot of closure and help, and that's wonderful, that's great.
Yeah.
There's no need for that.